if you can't see the step in front of you, shine a light on your feet beneath you.
That's crazy.
And every step, just take one step. If you can see that step, take one step. You know.
Nice.
And I want to take it back to what you were saying. You have such a high resolution vision, right? How does someone get to that point with that first step? Let's use that analogy as a segue.
Yeah.
What is the first thing that someone can do to get that? Because I'm sure you've been in that position where you're like, what do I do? Everything's just blurry with regards to the future. How do I get that finely tuned and high resolution?
Can I tell you, bro, and it's the most minuscule thing, but I believe in it so much, is that you still need to be in touch with your inner child.
Oh, that's so important. Oh,
you need to
say this all the time as well. I say this all the time.
I think because your inner child, it didn't have the bounds that society lay on you. All right, so I'll give you an example, like of a car. It's kind of funny because I was in a car accident, but anyway.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I remember my dad had this Jetta CLX. And
the automatic.
We'd go to old school. So we'd go to the hood, and we'd go to my grandparents' place, and I never want to chill inside. My grandparents would want to kiss me too much. And I'm like, so I'd always ask my dad for the key to the car, and I'll go sit in the car. And when I'd sit in the car, I would sit in the driver's seat, and all I would do is pretend to drive, but the car just standing still. I did this so much that when I got to varsity, I met a girl who said, "You were the kid in the streets who used to sit in the car and drive by himself." Wow. And I was like, dang, okay, right? And then that vision upgraded to, oh man, I once saw this BMW 420, and I was like, yo. And by that time, I had taken the Jetta CLX from my dad, so now I'm driving the car. And then I saw this BMW 420, and I was like, oh, that's such a beautiful car to drive. And then I pretended I was driving that car while driving the Jetta that I pretended that I'm driving in. And then years later, I got myself a BMW 420i. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, the things that you want, you need to first make real in your mind. And
it's not crazy, and it's not impossible.
And it's not crazy. The thing is, like, and I'm quoting Will Smith, when people speak about things that are realistic and unrealistic, right? It's completely unrealistic that a guy gets paid money to talk. That's what I do. It's completely unrealistic that a guy gets paid to play music. That's what I do. It's completely unreal that people will fly me from here to another place for me to do what I'm doing here. It's unrealistic, but the reality is I had to tap in and say, whatever I'm saying, whatever I'm playing is good enough for people to consume. Do you understand? So how do you do that? You tap into your inner kid, because your inner kid has an imagination that's not bound by anything that society's telling them. 100%. Do you get what I'm saying? 100%. So I the reason I have a high resolution on things that I can envision is because I'm able to cut out my circumstances right now and live in that moment where I'm like, we're doing a show at the biscuit mill, and it's gonna look like this. Bear in mind, I've got maybe 1,000 rand in my bank account. I don't have the money to do what I'm thinking, but I can think it. I can see it. I can figure it out. And somehow, 4 weeks later, I have the money for me to be able to execute exactly what I've thought of. But if I allowed my circumstances to dictate the vision, I would have compromised everything. So I think tapping into your inner child's imagination, that moment where you just have that, oh man, this would be so nice. And then you go, but hey, I gotta pay this. Hey, I can't afford this. Bro, I'm so tapped into like my inner kid. When I go shopping for clothes, I only figure out how much things cost when I get to the counter. I take what I like. No, I take what I like. No, it's unhealthy. Don't do it.
And then you figure it out. You're like, oh, wow.
But it's so unhealthy. But I like this jacket. The price of this jacket's not going to deter the fact that I like this jacket. That's the most important thing. Wow. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna deal with everything else later. But the fact of the matter is, I like this. So it's been something that I've always, I zoomed in on wait a minute, bro, like my imagination is not crazy.
Yeah.
When you start doing things and you start fulfilling and you're like, yo, when I was this, I thought about this. You start going, okay, I need to spend time in my imagination. I need to spend time.
That's so profound, yeah.
I need to spend time in my imagination. I talk about it all the time. I say, guys, I'm kind of crazy. You know, and I'm like, I think for you to be a creative and a person who wants something out of this world, you need to be a certain degree of crazy because your circumstances may tell you that this is not happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm going to challenge it and say, but it could, and if I really wanted to, it will because I've seen it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can relate, yeah.
So it depends on your range of imagination. I don't think anybody who is going out into the world wanting the best for themselves can go, this is it.
Yeah. I think Tyler said this dope quote that's so relative. He said, create like a child and edit like a scientist.
Tyler said that.
Yeah, Tyler said that.
The creator?
Tyler the creator.
Oh
Tyler the
yeah,
creator.
no, that didn't match.
Not
Tyler.
Yeah, that's Tyler Wood.
No, but that's crazy. But for me, it's like it's tapping into your inner child.
Everyone has to.
And
So
creative.
Yeah.
the imagination, you know, and I try to spend time in my imagination. Like you can tell me, oh, this person is so mean, they're hard to work with, and I'll be like, I'm gonna go happy feet on them, bro. You know.
No, it's a classic.